So we do have land here. We can get another land with Emergent Sequence. Unfortunately, we won't be able to level up Ranger class. Ugh. Should I do that? Should I maybe prioritize that? Hey everyone, my name's Kyle. Thanks for stopping by and checking out my video here on Arena Hacks. I like doing all kinds of budget decks, just fun deck builds, whatever I'm in the mood for, and stuff like that. I do like helping with tips and tricks for growing your digital collection on MTG Arena. So if you're into any of that stuff, please hit that subscribe button in the bottom corner of the screen. And if at any point you like the video, make sure to remember to hit that thumbs up to support the channel. On to today's deck, I decided that, one of those things that I was just kind of feeling in the mood for. I'm like, what's Gruul at lately? I've been seeing a lot of mono green stuff with Ranger class. People have been really enjoying that and getting a lot out of that. So I'm like, well, what if I put Ranger class in a Gruul deck? And then all of a sudden it dawned on me when I started thinking of more Gruul ideas with Ranger class. I'm like, Brushfire Elemental? Are you kidding me? Can't be blocked by, basically can't be chump blocked. Can't be blocked by weak little creatures, right? And you're putting counters on it from Ranger class every time it attacks. Hello, cha-ching, building up that Brushfire. The thing about Brushfires, right, because of the landfall, they're very powerful early game, but when you stop playing lands later game, they're just little 1/1s that can't be blocked by little creatures, right? They're not that great unless you can pump them up somehow. Ranger class gives us that ability. Really freaking cool. I also thought the same thing with Akoum Hellhound, a little weaker because he's only a 0/1 instead of a 1/1. But he can come out on the first turn. Second turn you drop a land and you're attacking with a 2/3 on your second turn. So it's a really good aggro start to have these guys in the beginning, especially if you have the landfall triggers to go with it, which is also why we have 4 copies of Evolving Wilds, and I also have 4 pathways to help balance out the lands between the two. So that's like, so 16 lands of green sources and a total of 12 sources of red if you combine the mountains with these and you combine green with these. So definitely a good bit more green. Well, technically 2, I guess, but 2 more green than red. But still, with all these 8 lands here, we should have no problem getting the colors we need when we need them. I'd be a little bit more worried about red too. We've got a lot of early red spells and less red mana, so I'd be more worried about red, if anything. But we do have Jaspera Sentinel to help with that. We are a fairly creature-heavy deck. Let's take a second to actually look at that. Give me the deck stuff. Here we go. Okay, so it's not that heavy on creatures, but remember, 4 of these non-creatures are Ranger classes, and they produce creatures when they enter the battlefield. So let's basically reduce this to 18 and bump this up to 20, right? But the Ranger classes are non-creatures, and they do other stuff besides creating that creature, So yeah, there's that. Take that for what you will, but just to remember that we are still definitely creature heavy, like I said, for the reason I just explained, because we do create that creature with a non-creature spell. And getting onto some removal, though, we got Frostbite and Blizzard Brawl, the 2 great snow, I don't even know what to call them, snow-related removal things, removal spells. Snow-related, I guess, yeah, is the best way to do it. Because they get amped up there. I already explained Jaspera Sentinel to help with a little bit of mana. Also a decent 1-drop with Reach. Good blocker. Snakeskin Veil. People are targeting our stuff. We can get in there with some Hexproof or something. This is a card I've maybe just been recently thinking that maybe I might want to drop out for maybe 2 charge-throughs and 2, what do you call it? Rune of Mights. Just to get some card draw. I might even go 4 copies of Rune of Might. I like the charge just because it's instant speed. Your opponent can choose to chump block, and then you instant speed give your creature trample, and now there's a lot of damage going through to your opponent, and there's nothing they can do about it because they've already declared blockers. Whereas the Rune of Might gives your creature trample, and your opponent knows that when you go into combat against them, right? So they're already aware of that, and they can plan for it and work around it, right? So I'm thinking we switch that for Snakeskin Veil. Instead of protection, we go a little more aggressive with damage. I think is where Snakeskin Veil should be swapped out. I'm going to leave that in the list for now just because that's what I use in the gameplay. Emergent Sequence just to help again with not only the mana fixing but also help with the mana ramp. If you remember when we were looking at the stats here, if you noticed, Our lands are 22 in this deck, and so yeah, having where was it? Emergent Sequence here. Yeah, that helps us get more lands out of our library. Helps us build up those lands. 22 really shouldn't be a problem in this deck, with our curve being around what was it again? I'll have to go back in here and check. 1.8. Like that's super low. 22 lands should on its own shouldn't be a problem. But we do have Emergent Sequence here to help with that, and 2 copies of Sentinel, which I already mentioned. Here's a card that you see in the Gruul deck that you get for the pre-constructed, is this guy here, Targ. He's pretty cool. I wanted to play around with him. During testing, I had really good luck testing with this deck. Like the games worked out really well. And that little +1/0 when you get pack tactics there, that's a really, you'd be surprised how sneaky that is. You know, my opponent doesn't, what is it? They choose not to block or something. I attack in. They choose not to block and all that. No, wait, because that happens as soon as you declare attack. I can't remember how I did it. I snuck up on somebody one time, and I didn't even see it coming, and I'm the one who had it out. And I remember doing that when I was testing, and it was really fun. It just ended the game right on the spot. So he's kind of sneaky that way with his +1/0. All your creatures get that. So if you're attacking with a lot of little guys, and then all of a sudden they all get +1/0, that's a lot of extra little damage that you're, like little damage here, there, that adds up, right? So that ends up being pretty good and pretty sneaky. So he's in there for some fun. 2 mana, 2/2 is not that bad either. Like to double his power and toughness is also really good with Ranger class, because we can bump him up, add some counters on him, and then for 4 mana, like we can get him up to 5/5 or something, and then just make him do 10 damage, and 10/10 until end of turn with 4 mana, right? So really fun that way. Blessing of Frost is another great way to grow our creatures with +1/+1 counters. Gets us some extra card draw if we got big creatures out there, which sometimes we can draw a lot of cards if we hit like 2 landfall triggers, like just 1 Evolving of Wilds. If we have 1 Hellhound, 1 Brushfire Elemental on the battlefield, and we crack an Evolving Wilds and play a Blessing of Frost after that, we end up drawing like a good 3 cards, at least 3 or 4. And this is not the greatest card draw engine, this spell. It has card draw in it, but it's based on having creatures power 4 or greater, which is like what I explained there. You get those landfall triggers, your creatures bump up, and it becomes much more effective that way. What am I missing? Toski. Everybody knows Toski. Indestructible, can't be countered. Attacks every turn if able to, or if able. And whenever a creature you control deals damage, you draw a card. So that's our card draw engine. I think we have some card advantage stuff in here somewhere. This is sort of card advantage because we're getting cards out of our library onto the battlefield, so you can look at it that way as well. I've always liked the classes for card advantage because you're bumping them up the levels and you're spending your mana, you're doing stuff, yet you're not playing cards out of your hand, right? You're spending your mana to level up and get the effects from it, right? So that's really cool. There's some card advantage. And then like I said, and we got card draw here and here. So there's the deck. Let's see how it goes. Okay, not too happy with the lack of green mana, but we can still make this work. Good aggro start, which is not too bad, seeing as though we are on the draw and our opponent is on the play. Be nice if we were on the play, get that Hellhound out right away. And I'm starting to talk and rhyme. Frostbite's not bad. We got some Emergent Sequence for ramp. Ranger class. Got some Snakeskin Veil. I like what we're seeing. Okay, we got some variety here. We got some kind of aggro stuff here and here. Removal, ramp, protection. A little bit of everything. That's what I like. GZ Frenchuli? I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Frenchul, something like that. So beef that guy up. Oh, I should have played this on green. Yeah, shoot, I was not thinking there at all. That was really dumb of me. Well, let's just go in with Hellhound, see if they take a chump block, which I doubt. Just take the damage. That's fine. Let's let them take their turn. I can interrupt their first spell and kill the Clarion, depending on what that spell is. Shite! That is bad. They're not going to double spell this turn, so I can try to take down this Spellbinder. Unfortunately, they're going to take something and make it more expensive. And it could even be the Frostbite, which means I wouldn't be able to cast it this turn. Let's do it now. Yeah, let's do it now. Because they could have locked down the Frostbite, and then I wouldn't have been able to cast it. And then on my next turn, I play another land, and then I can cast it for literally all my mana. So, yeah, no. I kind of figured they'd take Ranger class, which sucks for us, yes. But it ain't the worst in the world. So we can still attack in, even though they have a blocker with 3 power. Because we get a land there. That's a landfall trigger on our Hellhound. So here's another landfall trigger coming up. Let's go green, because we've been drawing all our red like crazy. So we can still get in with our Hellhound, and if they block, they just die. Their Spellbinder just goes. So we're getting a bit of landfall sin. Oh, stop playing good stuff. Why do you put good stuff? Don't put good things in your deck. Only I'm allowed to put good things in my deck. Ugh. Oh, crap. That is, like, bad. I mean, I guess it's not the worst. We have 3 snow permanents, so if we get our Frostbites and Blizzard Brawls, we're fine. So this down on green, get our Ranger class out. And I'll do no attacks because this creature is a land, so we can throw Snakeskin Veil on one of our guys until end of turn. Can even block the Apparition if they attack with it, which they probably won't because I don't think they would want to trade for any of our creatures, especially our Wolf. They don't want to risk us blocking their Apparition with their Wolf. So that's bad. 4 damage in the air that we can't block. Oh, and it's going to get worse. As long as we find removal, though, we can take this guy out fairly. Now it's going to be more difficult. So yeah, 4 toughness. Now we can't take him out that easily. And that's 6 damage every turn that we can't say boo about. That helps a bit. We won't be able to cast it then. We'll have to tap out our land here. As soon as anything gets 4 toughness, which we can play this, give them 2 counters each, being 4 toughness each. Attack for 8. It's a race we're not going to win, though. Yeah, I just don't have the cards. I need my removal. And what do you want to bet? I just draw, and don't get it. But gotta try, right? Yeah, all of it's snow, so we get lots of tokens or lots of counters here. So we go like that, so they're both 4/4s, and they can trade with their flying. Of course not. Of course not. Damn it. Like, are you kidding me? That's all I need is my removal. I guess Frostbite's too weak now. I needed to cast the first one. I need more of my removal. And I have enough of it in here. I should be getting it. Come on. People annihilate games relying on far less copies of cards. And they just get them. This is too much now. I can't tack damage around it. Removal is going to be too weak. Not enough now. No. It needs to be Blizzard Brawl. Now I'm down to 1 card I needed. And of course, how often do you guys ever see me draw it? Like, how often? How often do I say, oh yeah, I have all these cards in my... How often do I say that, actually? How often do I say, yeah, I have what I need, but here we go again, not drawing it. Thanks for another good round. All right. A good mix off the start again. Of course I'm on the play, or draw again. It's like, I don't even know what the point of testing decks before I make videos anymore. It's not like the testing means anything. Every time I do it, the deck performs utterly different in the video than it does in the testing. So it's like, yeah, like, what's the point of testing? It doesn't give you any information. Hello, sir. Nice little friendly person. Let's get the aggro out first. I was gonna go Sentinel, but I'm like, aggro first, then we go from there. Ranger class is nice with Hellhound too, because it's a 0/1. As soon as you put a single counter on Hellhound, it's like now he's not like completely useless without landfall. He's actually something without landfall, right? He can actually do something. Do we go Ranger class right away? We do get a wolf out of it, but I do like Brushfire as well. Let's get Brushfire out. They're running mono green so far for what I see. They did foretell, which is interesting with only green mana out so far. Still only green. What mono green foretells? I know there's got to be some of it. It's a field trip. You're getting more land. And learning too. For more land. And life gain, which is actually good for them against our deck. Yeah, I guess there's no other lands to play this turn. Wish I had another green though. Jeez, that would be swell. Okay, let's put this way over here. Yeah. Well, I guess we just attack in, because playing Ranger class pre-combat isn't going to get us much further. So we'll do it post-combat, get our wolf. Maybe next turn we can get a land and continue getting landfall triggers. Lots of damage, and that 2 life they just gained will hopefully not mean anything. There's no... Okay, here's white, so that could be a Doomscar now. Yeah, now I'm not thinking mono white. They still can't cast it. They need double white to cast it, if it is a Doomscar. Which is always what it is, right? Anytime my opponent ever foretells anything, it must be a Doomscar. Must be, or an All-Runs Epiphany. I've been encountering too many games lately where my opponent literally, and I'm not even kidding, has literally all 4 of their All-Runs Epiphanies, and they get it when they're like maybe 25-30% of the way through their deck. They have all 4 of them. Really nice. Really nice stuff to encounter that. And now we're not getting any more lands, which is bad. We need A, more mana, and B, landfall triggers, because we got the landfall creatures. Come on, land. How many land do I have in this deck again? I think I have enough. I should expect a good dispersion of it. It's not unreasonable of me. 8, 6 is 14, 18, 22. Yeah, 22 lands isn't bad. So there's Valkyrie. So maybe that's not a Doomscar. When people play Valkyrie, they use the Righteous Valkyrie. They usually don't like killing their own Valkyrie. Unless they made some big oops here. I don't know. Maybe. Alright. That was a good choice because they can't, their Valkyrie can't block that guy because it's power. It's 2 or less. This still really sucks though. I can finally dig up another land, but can I not just... Whoa, no. I wanted to move that over here. I didn't want to cast that. And this is really, really douchey on green too. Holy jeez. God, this is so dumb. Anyways, well, let's go like this. We will get a beef up on the Hellhound. Green, because we're bottlenecked on green hard. We do have Ranger class at 2nd level, so we can go in here, and this way, no matter what they block, we won't kill their Valkyrie, but we'll still get some damage in. And we won't lose our creature, so yeah. That's why we do it that way. Keeping the pressure on their life total is really huge for us right now. That's bad, and we haven't seen a single removal. Almost like it doesn't matter though, because we've literally such a great starting hand again, and we just get totally effed. Alright. Things are looking a wee bit better now. We can attack in and rock a Snakeskin Veil to take out whichever angel they block with, but it's pretty much hopeless. They just gained a buttload of life. They've got insane amounts of creatures just like that. And why? Because we couldn't put the pressure on when we needed to, because we got jerked over for... there's no point. they've got it. I'm sick of playing it out. Play it out, play it out. No, it's a waste of time. Here we are again. Once again, trying to look for a fair deal here, which we have an amazing start hand yet again. And I can't help but be pessimistic because of the last two games. Yeah, like, it just doesn't matter. It's what's in here. It's what we draw into next. And of course, never, come on, 3 in a row. Post your record. How many times have you been on the draw in a row? In a row, though. It's not like, oh, I was like 5 times on the draw, and then I was on the play, and then another 5 times, so that counts as 10. No, no. Only in a row. How many times? Comment below. 3's not my record. My record is like 7 or something like that. 7 or 8 times on the draw in a row. That was a completely different day, though. That was a while ago. But I already, just because of that, I'm already feeling this is just going to loot. It's going to be the same as the last 2 games. They're going to draw everything they need, and we're just going to get, well, we got a good start here. Get rid of this guy right away. But, I mean, we did that last couple games too, and it still turned out absolutely terrible afterwards. So, we're right back to, well, I don't know. We'll hold off on the Elemental, just because it's only 1 damage right now. And then next turn we can attack with the Wolf and the Elemental, and we can play the Elemental before we play our land. Get them all jacked up, swing in, lots of damage. And we still have Frostbite on hold. So this is looking really good, but so were my last 2 games. They were looking really good too. So let's see if this continues. Oh, I'm finally seeing a decent amount of my removal. I bet you any money that alone will make the difference. Let's go for card draw. Let's throw this down and get Toski. I was going to level up Ranger class, but let's get another 5 damage and 2 cards. Because our hand is running low, and if they board wipe, which wouldn't be far off of my luck today. What, Shadow's Verdict? No? Okay. So I did see that dungeon guy there, and then this equipment, so they're definitely on the dungeon diving. Delver's Torch. So we do have land here. We can get another land with Emergent Sequence. Unfortunately, we won't be able to level up Ranger class. Ugh. Should I do that? Should I maybe prioritize that? Dang. Yeah, I wasn't sure here. Like, yeah, it looks like they were getting the luck I was getting the last few games. All right. Maybe we're on a good run now. Things will smooth out. All right. I don't mind it. A little slow with the tap land on our second turn, but we do have Akoum Hellhound right off the bat. So I don't mind that. Yeah, let's keep it. Of course. On the draw again. 4 times in a row. Can I beat my record of, I don't know what it is, 7 or 8, I think. That's also making this losing streak kind of a little more, like, you know, can I be on the play, you know, just once in a while? Okay, so red, white, I see warriors, equipment, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, that gets through. This doesn't have haste, does it? No. I'm getting bottlenecked on green. Again, when I have more green, you know, it makes sense that you draw less of the lands that you have more of in your deck. That makes absolute sense. Oh, today is going to be a good video of me complaining. I can see it now. But I mean, hey, like, when the game does this, like, what can you do? Like, I mean, what can you do? No, don't need to block that yet. 1 damage at a time is fine. I need mana. Like, if I don't draw land, like... This is getting pathetic. This is the 3rd game in a row. 4th game, I mean. Did we miss a land drop last turn? Yeah, we did. At least the first 3 games, I didn't miss my 3rd land drop. But we do get to do a double land drop again with 2 Hellhounds, which is kind of nice. So Kiri can't block, or she just gets annihilated. That's 8 damage, which is half of their remaining health total. I'm still very bitter, though. Like, this is still not working right. Like, the lands and, like, this is not... This is the same problem the last 3 games in a row. Capped out at 3 lands, bottlenecked on green. I have to remember, though, that fractal creature we have there is actually a land. I do forget that sometimes with that Emergent Sequence. Oh yeah, that creature's a land, right. So get your flying. You should attack in there. Okay, we'll attack with the Fireblade Charger, probably. Yeah? No? Maybe not. Attack with a Kiri. Okay, that's not a bad idea. They do need a card draw. That's a lot of damage. First strike is going to be a pain in the butt to deal with, for sure. We can get Sentinel out there. For, we can maybe... We don't have lands. I was thinking maybe we play this and go level 2 with it. Or do we tap this, play the Sentinel? We can't attack in because they don't have any damage. Okay, maybe we Frostbite their Fireblade. Or do we want to try to take down a Kiri here? Tough call, tough call. They'll destroy our land for sure if we shoot this thing down. Or do we just go with Toski? Tough call. I say we shoot it down and play out Jaspera Sentinel so we can chump block their flying. Right, so they're going to target our land. Control. Okay, good. I was going to say, I want to get the mana, and sometimes they don't let you do that. And then use that to play the Sentinel from the mana here. Oh, I still have full control, and I'm like, why is this taking so long? And then we can go this to get more creatures, just to go wide. Whoops, no point in attacking. If they attack with a Kiri, we can chump block with Sentinel. What does that guy do? Probably has some kind of thing. Equipped, it gets +0/2. What's its base power? Toughness? 3/1. Attacking with a Kiri again. A land is absolutely necessary, though. Like, maybe I shouldn't have blocked that yet. Yeah, I should have used that for tap the Hellhounds for mana. That was dumb. Damn it! And now I don't have enough green mana for stuff. And again, not drawing lands, not... You know what? This is how I lost the first games. Why am I even playing? It's just gonna screw me over again. All day long, right? So, I've lost track. What am I at now? 4 rigged games in a row? I can't mulligan this with a start like the Ranger. Like, I can't mulligan this. But what is with the lands arena? Enough is enough. I have enough multicolored, like red-white lands. I have enough forests, enough more than mountains. Like, seriously. Green should not be this much of an issue in this deck. I better see a goddamn forest really quick, arena. Like, this is getting sad. This is the 5th game in a row I've been bottlenecked on green. In a deck that has more green mana in it. Stop it, Wizards. Just stop it. Give me a game. A real game. For the love of God. Holy Christ. I'm sorry about my ranting, but this is 5th game in a row. I know I won the one game, but it was still the same problem. I was just lucky enough that my opponent didn't get anything good. It was the only reason I won. I still was bottlenecked on green. I still was capped at only 3 lands. Here we have 4. Finally, that's a nice change of pace. I actually have 4 lands. What the F? What is... I'm just so bewildered right now. Oh my god! Are you kidding me with the red, though? Are you seriously kidding me with the red? Holy God. That's like almost every single mountain I have in the deck. I'm not even kidding. I think I have 2 more mountains left in the deck. 2 right there. Yeah. I was going to say, is this it too? Watch the... I would have been not surprised at all if that was yet another mountain. But we'll do this for some damage. Blessing of Frost. Draw some cards too. A card, but it's still 6 damage, so can't complain about that. I was a little worried that they might have a removal for my wolf. Here's a whole bunch, here's 4 counters, and then they're just like, bang, it's dead. They might have something sorcery speed here by the looks of it, yeah. Blood Chiefs. And now I need more creatures. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, I can't get Ranger class out this turn with it. Because guess why? Guess why I can't do that? Guess why? Not enough green in a deck that has so much green and so many ways to get both red and green too. There's like 8 lands in here. 8? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. There's 8 freaking lands in here that can get me both green. Get me my choice. Green or white. Or red, I mean. I am so mad at how severely bottlenecked on green I've been with this deck today. Unacceptable, Wizards. And there goes that guy. Holy jeez, this guy with the non-stop removal. Jeez, like my wolf's not even gonna last a round. This is ridiculous. What the heck does this stupid thing do now? Then return that card. Okay, so it flickers. A free flicker every turn. I guess play this out, like... This doesn't have haste, so it has to survive the turn. So if we go like that, and like this, now they have to destroy 2 creatures before my next turn. We'll bump that up right away. They're down to 7 health. They've been annoying as hell. So there goes 1 creature. The wolf, I'm guessing, goes. We can still use our Blessing of Frost to beef up our Hellhound. Alright, the token was the smarter choice for them because now if we kill their cube, they won't get it back. Oh, right, they flicker their cube and get the Hellhound now too. Of course. I forgot about that because they... Right. Here I am. What am I doing? Getting screwed again. What was I been complaining about? Bottlenecked on green. I've been so screwed for spells because I'm And what are they getting? Absolutely every... Oh, mwah, oh, wow. Oh, what a delicious cake you have there, my friend. Oh my. What amazing BS you have. I am so mad today. Like, this is not even, like... I might actually win this, but I am not having fun. Like, this is not fun having them just foil everything. Come on, Wizards. Come on. Stop giving them everything and screwing me over. Alright, you know what? It might be pretty fun if I do win. Just because of how annoying this guy's been. Maybe it'll be fun. I misspoke when I said this isn't fun. It'll only be fun if we win because, like, Jesus, look at this. Multiples, too. Everything you need. Here it is. You get it all. I was going to say they can flicker one of the portable holes and that wouldn't be bad for them. How much does this cost? 4 mana. Yeah, how much do we have? 6. So we only have 2 left to play something off the top. They're going to block with Killian. They basically have to. You can't do this and this in the same turn. Let's up this one to level 2, and then we'll drop our Evolving Wilds for landfall triggers. And then when we attack with him, we'll get 2 extra counters. Go for green, because as you guys have probably been getting annoyed by my complaints, yeah, we need to get some green going. So they could survive the damage, I suppose. Ooh, and they do take it. They can gain life with Killian. Should I play this now? We have the mana. We're only going to get 1 card draw off of it. I'm not sure if it's worth it. Let's go this up to level 3. And what do we have? Emergent Sequence. That's not bad. Guarantees we get another land next turn. They only have Killian for a blocker, which is good. What does this guy do? He does something. Whenever a creature dealt damage by this guy dies his turn, create a tapped zombie creature token and exile that card. So you can exile our creatures and stuff when he deals damage if the creature dies. Alright, I have an idea. So we're going to play this. We have to put it all on Hellhound, which sucks. I'd rather spread the counters out. Right? Let's just not actually... Let's hold this and not crack this for now. We have another Emergent Sequence coming next turn. So let's just attack in. I even forgot about those 2 counters. Like, he has to block anyways. As soon as we played a single land, he had to... Actually, we didn't even need to play a single land, and he had to block. So, yeah, let's just hold this up so we can boot... Actually, we really don't need to boost it. Why am I working on boosting it? Just, yeah, even with no landfall triggers, 8 counters, yeah. So they are finally bricking. It feels... How does it feel? How does it feel to brick? Okay, so he's going to trap the Hellhound to get rid of the counters on it. And I'll get a wolf that they'll have to block anyways. Because Ranger class is re-entering the battlefield. And you know what? Oh no, it's their turn. I was going to say, oh, I might just play this now. No. Ah, we do have another Hellhound here. Nice. Let's go next. Because we get to look at our top. I forgot about that. Oh, we should have bumped up the one Ranger class. I forgot about the one we just got back. So he has to block with white. And our wolf won't die. Which actually doesn't matter because it's a token anyways. So they're scrying, probably for a board wipe. Alright. Well, the game's gone on long enough at this time, at least, that we can, we've gotten a variety of mana colors out. So I don't have that to complain about anymore. But it's all about the beginning of the game. Like, that's where I lose it. Like, I'm too slow in the beginning because I get bottlenecked on green and just amount of mana. Like, I usually get stuck at 3 every game. With Emergent Sequence and 22 lands, no. Unacceptable. Wow. What a string of bad luck. That is why I try to record everything now, even when I test. I didn't play a lot of games testing. I did a bunch against the bot and then like 3 or 4 against players, and I'm pretty sure I lost only the first game in the play queue. It was against some Dimir deck with just stupid amounts of removal and stuff. It was ridiculous. And then every game after that I won. But then here on this recording, it was like, what the heck? What the heck with the lands? Like, these are all can be green sources. Yet, I was always struggling for green. How is that even possible? Like 6, 7 games I played, and almost every game except 1, maybe 2 of those 7 games, I struggled for green. Absolutely unacceptable. I get that once in a while. Once in a while actually makes sense. But wow. Wow. Opponents getting all the removal when they need it, right into their end game and their win con. It'd be nice to get things in the proper order like that. But anyways, let me know what you think of the deck. Is there anything that needs to be changed? Snakeskin Veil did seem in today's recording seemed to be pretty lacking. It didn't really help a whole lot. We didn't really get targeted with much stuff. So, and when we did, we didn't have the mana for Snakeskin Veil, or we didn't have it in our hand. So yeah, like I was saying in the introduction, maybe we swap that for something else, something a little more aggressive. Maybe we get some Kazandu Mammoths in here, modal double face, so it can help give us the extra lands when we need it. It's green lands, and it's a creature, and it's landfall. Actually, that would be a good. The more I talk about it, the more I think, you know what, Snakeskin Veil should be switched for Kazandu Mammoth. That would actually be a good swap, and it's 2022 compatible, so maybe the Sentinel we swap too with something else, maybe some Florahedrons. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. Florahedrons for Sentinel and Kazandu Mammoths for Snakeskin Veils. That's 6 modal double face cards that give us green lands. The problem with doing this, though, and now as I'm thinking about it, it's just today we had that luck. I even told you in testing, I never had problems with any of my colors of mana. Never. Never any problem ever. And today, 7 games and almost non-stop problems with color. So what the heck is up with that shuffling? That is a pattern, not random. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of all that. What do you think about this deck? What are your suggestions for it? Let me know in the comments, please. Don't want to bump my table too much like that. The camera shakes. But let me know in the comments what you guys think of all this stuff. Everything I just said. My luck today, man, it's really, I hate uploading videos like this. I've managed to dodge it for most of the time I've been doing this channel. But today it's like, it's all I got is this. This is all I got. Wow. It's pretty bad. But, you know, it happens sometimes, so it's just part of this game. So, yeah, once again, let me know what you think of everything. Smash that thumbs up to help support the channel and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys at the next video. Cheers.